Hello, my name is Shahani Isidro, and today I will be discussing psilocybin. So what is psilocybin? Psilocybin is a hallucinogenic substance that is produced in certain types of mushrooms. It stimulates and binds to the body's serotonin receptors, and as a result, the drug affects your mood, cognition, and perception. Psilocybin is classified as a Schedule I drug. Therefore, it has a high potential for abuse and does not have an accepted medicinal purpose in the United States. Mushrooms that contain psilocybin are ingested orally and can either be fresh or dried. People usually mix it with food or drinks because of its texture and bitter taste. These types of mushrooms can be found in the tropical and subtropical regions in the United States, Mexico, and South America. They are also commonly referred to as shrooms, magic mushrooms, and hallucinogenic mushrooms. People usually turn to psilocybin due to the effects that it has. One effect of consuming hallucinogenic mushrooms is euphoria. While under the influence of psilocybin, you will feel joy, happiness, and peace. Another effect of psilocybin is visual alterations and distortions. These can include hallucinations of things that aren't really there. You may also experience that colors are much more vivid and the space around you may look different than usual. You can also experience mood swings. One moment you can be completely happy and then the next you might be crying your eyes out. Lastly, you may feel some sort of detachment from yourself as well as your surroundings. In other words, due to psilocybin's effects on your vision, you may feel like you are in a dream and that the environment you are in isn't real. The effects of psilocybin occur about 20 minutes after consumption. These effects typically last for about 4 to 6 hours. In contrast to the effects of psilocybin, there are many consequences that come from consuming it. These consequences include nausea and/or vomiting, weakness in the muscles, a lack of coordination, panic attacks, and paranoia. People under the influence of psilocybin may also engage in high-risk behaviors, such as unsafe sex, driving under the influence, and the consumption of other drugs. This is typically due to the feelings of euphoria and detachment that comes with the consumption of psilocybin. Lastly, there is a high risk of poisoning because several types of poisonous mushrooms can easily be mistaken for mushrooms that contain psilocybin. Some symptoms of mushroom poisoning include muscle spasms, confusion, and delirium. Psilocybin is not very popular on the streets. However, it is commonly used at raves and nightclubs. Hallucinogens, like psilocybin and other party drugs, are often used in these types of environments, where there is loud music, psychedelic visuals, and flashing lights. This is because the drug's euphoric and visual effects enhance people's senses and helps them to care less. In addition, the drug is generally being used by teenagers and young adults. As a result, the consumption of psilocybin has been increasing in college campuses. In a survey conducted at Skidmore College, a majority of college students decided to try hallucinogenic mushrooms simply because they were curious. As was previously mentioned, psilocybin is a drug with a high potential of being abused. However, the substance is not physically addictive, and tolerance to the drug occurs quickly. This can lead to a cross-tolerance of similar drugs such as LSD. An individual who uses psilocybin and/or other similar drugs would need to consume a higher dose or wait several days after initial consumption in order to have the full experience. After continued and frequent consumption of psilocybin, individuals may have a hard time coping with reality and experience psychological withdrawal once their serotonin levels have returned to normal. Because psilocybin is not considered to be addictive, it is a drug that people often experiment with. It is a common misconception that the consumption of psilocybin is risk-free. Even though it is not considered to be an addictive substance, the consequences can occasionally be severe enough to require emergency medical attention. In addition, the long-term effects of psilocybin on a person's physical and mental health are still unknown. If you would like more information on psilocybin, please feel free to take a look at the following resources. Thank you!